All right. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Let's talk about it. Happy Wednesday to everybody. Look, we got a big one, a masterful game that's getting ready to take place, man. We got B. Shaw and J Walk in the house. Fellas, what's the word?
Not a whole lot. I'm fired up to be on here with you guys.
Oh my
Big
gosh!
J, what's the word?
It's about to go down when you got two free safeties, strong safety, DBs in the same meeting. Oh, it's about to be on and
I
crack.
feel like I'm sitting in the meeting room right now.
hey, well, look, there is, you know what? I feel like this is going to be a chess match. This honestly what I think. I think it's going to be Lincoln Riley's mastermind, man, and we'll get into the game. His mastermind against a defense that's starting to play well, and I think we can't sleep on their offense overall either. So we'll get into it, man. You just overall, you guys' thoughts as we're leading up to this game, because I'm still optimistic. How are you guys feeling as far as what we do this weekend? And let me say what's up. Hey, hello, moms. How are you doing?
What's going on, Mom?
Oh, that's Mama Shaw.
That's Mama Shaw right there.
Mama Shaw.
Mama Shaw, good
Mama
people,
Shaw.
man. I'm telling you, absolutely. Roy Benuelas, I forgot to greet everybody, man. I'm so excited about this already. Roy, how you doing? So how optimistic are you guys?
I'm very optimistic. Bryson, first of all, I think that's so dope. Your mom is checking in on your live stream. That's amazing.
Oh yeah, she's an amazing mother. She's always keeping tabs.
Moms is. Hey, look, I met Moms a couple of weeks ago, and she is one of the your mom's in Dad actually, but she's one of the nicest people that you'll ever meet, man. So, Moms, hello, and thank you for coming on. So fellas, man, let's talk about it. How optimistic, man, are you guys, and how are you guys feeling overall about this matchup? And we'll get into some numbers and all that good stuff.
I'm gonna let you
Peace
jump
out.
on it, B.
Yeah, like Jay Walk said, I'm feeling optimistic as well. I definitely think it's going to be a step up from the Michigan game, only because I think CJ Carr, their quarterback, is going to bring a little bit more of a pass game. So I think it's going to come down to the secondary. But initial thoughts, I'm feeling very optimistic about this one.
No doubt. Jay Wall.
Yeah, there's a great deal of optimism. There's also some other things, more curiosity about how we'll match up in that environment. I mean, I know our team I believe that we have the more talented roster. I believe that we have the better coaching staff, and I fundamentally believe that our athletes are just more capable. However, I've been in many situations and I've viewed more than I'd like to admit. Whenever we go to South Bend, it's very rare the ball bounces our way unless everything is perfect. So this is a game where we will have to overcome the environment more so than the opponent.
Yeah, that atmosphere is definitely real. I mean, I don't know about you, Jay Walk, but that's one of the loudest places I played at, and it is a tough place. And one of my favorite all-time moments is right before the kickoff. They play that shipping up to Boston, and that did they do that for you back then? And man, that gets your blood going, ready
Gets you going.
Brick wall.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a tough place to go play. And the weather. I don't know what it's going to be like for kickoff, but it's usually not what the Trojans are used to.
It's crazy because I think they got it right now. 71 during the daytime, but they're expecting thunderstorms in the evening. And they said wind gusts, which is crazy, about 20 miles an hour, it's like, why? Why do we have to have that type of weather? We just went to Indiana versus Purdue.
Right.
We just went to Indiana versus Purdue and had that delay. So now it looks like, I think I don't know if it's going to change the dynamics of the game, depending on how wet it is. But you guys been in those games in South Bend. And Jay, you were talking about the circumstances that you got to overcome. You were in that push game, and you were dealing with all kinds of things throughout that game, man. I mean, I remember you talked about Notre Dame a while back. Can you even talk about the grass, man? How they just grow the grass a little bit? How even that was a little different?
Yeah, there was on an average, each blade of grass was about 5 inches. There were spots that had 6 inches up to 7 inches of growth in certain spots of the field. Matter of fact, we lost our third string running back and our starting returner, Desmond Reed, because he stepped in basically a bad patch of grass. Not only was the grass long, but they also watered the field down before kickoff. So that morning we went and the field was soggy and soaked. Not only was it soaked, it looked like it like completely thunderstormed in the grass. However, we did walk through the day before and it was perfect. So we battle tested our cleats to make sure we had the proper stud length, and we went out there to go to work. The next day, man, we was stepping in a swamp. And we noticed that the old linemen, particularly for Notre Dame, had extra long cleat studs, the screw ends. And we're like, yeah, they doing everything they could to slow us down. And admittedly, on the sideline, we were like, yo, it's like you're walking on a tightrope out there. It is what it is. But now they have turf, so there is no, growing out the grass excuse. But what I do know is this is Notre Dame, similarly to several other stadiums, are notorious for getting situational calls in their favor in critical times in the game.
B. Shaw, have you noticed that at all?
It's remarkable.
Yeah. Notre Dame definitely has a little bit of home cooking going on. I think there's a lot that goes into that when you look at some of those media deals and stuff. But we won't dive into all of that. But definitely they get some home cooking for sure.
Yeah.
J-Walk kind of alluded to that last time, and I know you guys know, but when you guys look at the matchup overall, and I guess given the circumstances of the weather, athlete for athlete, man, how do you guys feel like? And we'll get into the numbers, their defense, their offense, all that. How are you guys feeling about athlete for athlete as far as how we match up? And then I want you guys to think about how we finished out last year. That was, B. Shaw, you were in that game last year. We kind of battled back. How do you guys feel like we match up athlete for athlete with Notre Dame?
Yeah, well, it's definitely going to be a test, and this is kind of my favorite matchup of the season so far, and that's going to be Mekhi Lemon going up against their corner, Leonard Moore, I believe his name is, because I know he's ranked as one of the top corners in the nation, and everybody knows what Mekhi's been doing. So I definitely think they're going to have him shadowing Mekhi. So I think Jacoby Lane is going to be the guy to watch out for on the offense side of the ball. I think he's been getting more and more healthy since his injury, and we know what he's capable of. So on the outside, when it comes to offense and defense, I think it's going to come down to those skill positions in the secondaries, what secondary can step up. And I think Jacoby Lane's going to be the difference maker when it comes to fracturing their secondary, I guess you can say.
No, I like that. J-Walk, what you got?
I couldn't have said that better myself. I fundamentally agree with B. Shaw. And not only that, there's a couple hidden matchups in here that's really, I think we have a little bit of a competitive edge. I don't want to say them out loud right now, just in case, in case somebody try to, watch our show and not that they have any influence, but I don't want to tip our hat. But I do see a couple of really, prime matchups that I'm excited about. One I am comfortable with speaking about is our 3 technique and our nose tackles going against their new center.
Oh my God!
I'm not sure how Floyd Boucard is feeling. Unfortunately, bro looked like
he's out. I announced it yesterday. He's officially he's out.
Yeah, that looked bad. And if you guys saw even how he got taken out, it was crazy. It was a crazy. It's like the Michigan dudes just like form tackled him, and there is no call. There is nothing even close to a call. And we kind of traded 1 for 1 on that because they also lost Justice Hayes at the time. That very same play. It was a bang bang play. But I think sliding, I know this is a big ask for a young guy, but I just believe that he's ready for this type of opportunity. But Thanos, Jakeem Stewart right in the middle, right in there in that 3 technique over that center. I think his get off is going to be something that we really, really, really can exploit and get CJ off rhythm. But, obviously their running backs are extremely talented. They might be the best 2 running backs that we'll see all year. I believe they're the best we've seen so far. And I'm liking the way our 3 linebacker set stacks up against their 2 running backs.
You
Yeah, and
know,
real quick,
go ahead, Bishop.
Jakeem Stewart, when I was watching that Michigan State game, I mean, you talk about an explosive guy. He was almost taking the handoff a couple of times. So I agree with you. I think he's an athletic nightmare, especially for a center. So I like that. I like that, Jay.
I agree. A center that hasn't really got many snaps this season because they've been in so many competitive games. I mean, he did get some love, I believe, against NC State, if my memory serves. But he's not the guy. He's not the one that's been calling point. You know, unfortunately, their center, I believe they lost him for the season, seems like. And,
he's
prayers to him and his family. But that's something we'll have to deal with as we are overcoming injuries with some of our primary contributors in our backfield, as well as Floyd Blucard, and a couple other guys who are trying to get healthy.
No, Jay, I totally agree with you, man. I think Jakeem Stewart's first step, he's going to be able to get in there, man, and really throw the timing off. And I think that's all we're really looking for is hopefully throw the timing off of that quarterback and maybe kind of rush him a little bit. And to B. Shaw's point, you mentioned about the cornerback shadowing. So I know he plays outside corner. You make a reference to Moore. Do you see him coming into that slot? And then, and to your other point, that leaves Jacoby Lane, freed up. And, I think it's like pick your poison. So if he does shadow Mekhi Lemon, it's going to be a heck of a matchup, an NFL player against another NFL player, future. And then you're going to leave some of our guys open. And that's going to, you still got to cover the tight end. So do you think he's going to actually shadow him over and be right there in the slot?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see that, especially with the kind of year Lemon's having. I mean, he's just been killing these teams. So I think you almost have to have a guy on him at all times. And I agree. I think when you look at kind of where you can find the mismatch there, Walker Lyons has been coming on a lot in Lake McCree. So I think those tight ends are going to have to step up like they have been. But yeah, I do think we're definitely going to have somebody, definitely Leonard Moore if they do, shadowing Lemon.
Yeah,
no doubt.
No, I 100% agree with that. I do feel like that's kind of a catch-22 for them because one, Leonard Moore doesn't really play in the slot. I believe he's capable of it. From my understanding, they even got him in the conversations as an early Thorpe candidate, very similarly to our very own Bishop Fitzgerald. So there's 2 Thorpe caliber DBs going to be playing in this game. And I actually think that we have 2 in Kamari Ramsey as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so that is favorable for us. But here's what I know, that if we see Leonard Moore lining up in the slot, focusing on Mekhi, I think that's tricky for them because what it does it shows Jaden Mayava that they're in man coverage. It shows Coach Riley that they're in man coverage. So do you want to sacrifice giving up the coverage fundamentals to get the matchup that you want and allow us to know that we could just run man beaters? Or do you just trust your guys and trust your scheme and then or change it up periodically and have Leonard go in and out with Mekhi? But yeah, that's a tricky one. That's actually a really tricky one.
To B. Shaw's point, Jay, I think they almost have to because of how good Mekhi is. He's leading all receivers right now in yards right now, on pace to become the Biletnikoff award winner. So I think they almost have to. And if that happens, you can imagine that Coach Lincoln Riley is going to just dial up some stuff, screenplays. I mean, they're going to come with the blitz. And let me just get this out the way real quick. Notre Dame is overall offensively 465.5 yards, which ranks 21st in the FBS. Passing, they ranking 292.8 yards per game, which ranks 19th. Rushing, they're averaging 172.7 yards, which ranks 50th in the country. And then they're averaging 40 points a game, which ranks 14th in the country. So, is this the best offense that you guys think that USC is going to face? I kind of think Illinois, that quarterback, how do you guys compare and contrast that quarterback compared to Carr that we're getting ready to face? B. Shaw.
Yeah, I mean, I think Altmaier is a really good player. He's definitely, he's kind of a seasoned vet in college football. So I think, to kind of, I think the quarterback CJ Carr is not going to be able to pick up if we disguise some stuff as well as Luke Altmaier is. But overall, I think CJ Carr has been getting better and better every single game, and he can run the ball if he needs to, and I think he's a real deal quarterback in my opinion.
He definitely is.
Jay, what you think?
Believe me when I say this, I happen to think currently CJ Carr is the best quarterback we've played this season. And here's why.
So you think he's better than Altmaier?
I do. I think we just didn't show up, so we couldn't put Luke Altmaier under duress that game.
Right.
No, but I believe if we did, we would have saw the same type of outcome as Ohio State. That's what I believe about Luke Altmaier. And no knock against him. He's had an amazing career, and I wish him the best moving forward. But there's something that I see in CJ Carr that does remind me of the great Notre Dame QBs. I see that Brady Quinn in him. I do.
Quinn? Wow.
I do. Not with how he delivers the ball, not with how he plays, but with his ability to command the offense.
That's what I was going to say.
With his ability to find his receivers, and I think he hasn't had enough experience and trauma yet to be nervous of anything.
Right.
He's super, super, he had 2 really hard games in the beginning of the season against Texas A&M and Miami, respectively. And those games forced him into maturation. I've watched him against Boise State. I watched him against NC State. And of course, those are not the same caliber of teams this year as Miami and Texas A&M. However, it was the no longer looking scrambled when the pass rush got there or when the pocket collapsed. He has a level of composure. He's finding his vertical threats. He's understanding his checkdowns. Malachi Fields is very similar to Mekhi Lemon. Very similar. He just hasn't had a quarterback to get him the ball as consistently at this point in the season. But when you look at their receiver, Malachi Fields, I believe he wears number 0. Dude is running wild on DBs. All right. And that is yeah, that's a little bit of a matchup that I'm a little my spider senses are tingling. My dreads are a little bit tingling on that one because of how they like to move him around. Not only that, but they also have 2 other complimentary receivers who catch well and get yak yards. So this is a hard hat. Bring your lunch pail, strap up your boots, put your mouthpiece on, throw some Bengay and Flexall on the joints and let's go. Because this is the most dynamic scoring offense we played. This is the most fundamentally sound offense we played, regardless of position. And they're at home, and they are on a winning streak, and they hate USC. This is their season. This is their season.
I definitely agree with you. Let me flip it a little bit, and you guys can answer this. Jaywalk, you alluded to the fact that he's getting a little more comfortable now the past couple of games. Would you attribute that, and I'm talking about playing North Carolina State and playing Boise State, do you guys attribute that to maybe the D-line not being as effective as Miami and as Texas A&M? And if so, how do you think our defensive line compares to the past couple of teams that they played?
Yeah, I definitely think it's a little bit of a combination of both. Like Jaywalk said, those first 2 games, I mean, he had to grow up real quick. And one thing I did respect about him is he did play really, really hard. And you can tell that his guys, when I was watching that Miami game, you could tell his guys were gravitating towards him. I mean, he put it all on the line. So I think it's definitely a combination between he's faced because that Miami defensive front is very, very talented. We got to give them credit.
Monsters.
Yeah, monsters.
Yeah.
So definitely North Carolina State and some of the teams he's played since then, Boise State, don't have that type of defensive line. So he's able to kind of get back there and not feel that pressure. But at the same time, so it's a little bit of both. He's learned, but he hasn't faced that caliber. And I think our defensive line is a real deal defensive line. So we're going to find out.
Yeah, we are.
Absolutely.
Well,
and this is a chess match. Jaywalk, go ahead.
Okay. This could be coming out of left field, but I believe that CJ Carr is playing better and more sound, not 100% because of what his offense is doing, nor because of what the opponents are doing. But personally, I believe it's because of what Notre Dame's defense is doing.
Yeah.
I think Notre Dame's defense is starting to show up right at the right time of season. They're
Right.
making stops. They're creating turnovers. They've increased their havoc plays. That's how much time they're spending in the other team's backfield. With regards to their linebackers, D-line, and their corners coming on blitzes and et cetera. I think he's more confident to make really heroic plays on offense because he trusts his defense more to make stops and get him opportunities. And I think that's what's helping him is their defense went from I don't know, they was out of the top 100 in defense to now they're somewhere in that top 45, top 50
Yeah, they've given
range.
up 27 points in the last 3 or so games, so they've definitely turned the table. Yeah, I would.
So that's where I'm he believes in his defense. So I feel like if our offense can put pressure on their defense, that's when CJ will start to press and he'll give us opportunities. He'll hold that ball longer. He won't trust his first read because he knows that every single thing counts. And if we can, and I mean, he's got veterans in the backfield. Jeremiah is going to have him calm. You could tell they really vibe with each other, and Jeremiah is always in his ear and saying hey, no. And I just know if our offense does what we're supposed to do, CJ will throw us the ball. He'll give us opportunities to make plays.
I've always said that the key to disrupting the quarterback is a good pass rush, and I just feel like we got that, and hopefully, if we play, well, let me ask you guys this: if we play the way we played on the D line last week, do we come away with the W?
Yes, I would say so. And here's you hitting on consistency, and this is. Last week's game was impressive. This week's game is a statement game because we've seen in the past where we'll go play really well. It's been up and down the last couple of years, and I think this could be the turning point of okay, now it's consistent level of play. This Trojan seems for real, and they're a real threat. And I do agree with you, Jay. I think this defensive line was way better than what we saw against Illinois. They proved that against Michigan, and I do think they're going to come out and play with that fire on the road. And I think if they play how they're supposed to, it's going to definitely give us an advantage. But like I said at the beginning, it's going to come down to the secondary, in my opinion, for this one.
I agree.
Yeah, it is.
I think once again, I think our defensive line is going to help create those Bishop Fitzgerald and Kamari Ramsey interceptions because that's going to, we know what the secondary, how we feel about the secondary and some of the things that we feel like they're still learning. So let's flip it real quick. USC's offense, because at the end of the day, they got to stop USC too, right?
Right.
And at the end of the day, this is probably going to be the best offense that they've faced all year long. 552 yards overall is what we're averaging right now, which ranks second in the FBS. Passing yards, we have 325.8, which ranks second. Rushing, 226.5, which ranks 16th. And then scoring, 45.5, which ranks third. How is Notre Dame going to stop USC right now, in you guys' opinion?
Officials.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I will say my key for the offense is just simply protect the ball. Because when we went out there, I believe it was the 23 season, maybe 22 season, when we were on the road, and we had 3 or 4 turnovers, and that was ultimately the difference in that game. And you can't turn the ball over on the road. So my goal for them is, as long as they don't turn the ball over, I don't think anybody's going to be able to stop them. So protect the ball is their number one goal for this game.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Would you guys agree that this is Notre Dame's the best offense that they'll see this year?
For sure.
Looking at the remaining part of the schedule, whether it's Texas
I
A&M,
did like that Texas A&M offense. But
yeah, I'm just getting ready to ask you that.
Yeah, I did like Texas A&M. That's a legit. Texas A&M is a legit team this year for sure.
Well, yeah, we played it. Well, hey, B-Shaw, you played against them last year, right? In the bowl game.
Yeah.
That quarterback, yeah, he's something else, man. I mean, he has the ability to break off and run.
He's
So,
good.
real
Yeah.
quick, is there something I thought about scheme wise? Real quick about the defense, the three linebacker set. How you guys feeling about that? We saw Jaden Walker. We saw Eric Gentry. Of course, Desmond Stevens, who looked like he really stepped up in a major way this past game. And then we saw Gentry doing some things that was like covering the slot. How are you guys feeling about that, the three linebacker set, and how effective do you guys think it'll be against Notre Dame?
Okay. I think it's actually paramount. I think it's absolutely, we have to be able to cover out of our base linebacker package with these running backs. We have to, um, because it's always going to be a bit of a mismatch when we bring that nickel back in, no matter who the nickel back is. But the way their running scheme works is you have to play a little bit of power ball, and you need that Eric Gentry type to be a hybrid cover man, also come downhill and run support. We just need it. And so thank God for Eric's talents. I mean, really, really thank God for him. And he does have the versatility to match up one of their tight ends, as well as come down here, run support, and kind of trail a slot receiver if need be until our pass rush can get there. So I don't want to see us out there in nickel, uh, not very much until Notre Dame's in scramble mode and they're going 4 and 5 wide. That's what I then bring in your nickel after they have to catch up because we already have a 2-score lead. Otherwise, I just want to see us in base, shut down their run, force them to throw the ball, play very sound defense. Don't shoestring tackle, don't desperation tackle, and don't let the crowd noise make you feel like you're getting beat worse than you actually are.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. And I can tell you this: I've seen Gentry cover Lemon in practice like a couple of times. So he's got those long arms, and all he really needs to do is just kind of disrupt the timing there. So I'm with Jay Walk. He's capable of doing it, and I love the linebacker room and what we got. And right now, for what we got and what we need, definitely want to see us in that three linebacker set, that base defense.
Oh yeah,
No, no doubt, no doubt. This
that's
is
some
one of
great insight, B. Shaw.
no, that's
Oh, yeah.
Nowhere,
that's
No,
no,
EG, man, he can. EG is a real freak, Jay.
he
You would
really
say
is.
he's a real deal. Where would you say he's going in the NFL drafts if you had to guess?
He's a first round draft pick to me.
Yeah,
He's a
I
first
at
agree.
round
inside
draft pick.
linebacker, or would you? I see some people talk about edge, which is
Edge.
what he really primarily played in
I
at
think
Arizona
no.
State.
I think you use him exactly like our defense is using him
I
because
think so
to
too.
to typecast him with all of his different skill sets would be silly. I think he's just a variation of like not even so much as that, but I don't know why Dallas traded him. How could they do that? But you guys know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
who you're
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah.
Who am I talking about,
Par-
B?
You're talking
Parsons.
about Parsons.
Man, I
Yeah,
believe Eric Gentry has like an ability to be utilized with that level of versatility, but then
100.
more, but
Yeah,
then
he's a
more,
game
right?
record.
yeah,
He really, yeah.
yeah, yeah. No doubt, no doubt. So, as you guys know, there's a couple of other things I want to cover real quick, and I got the calls. I mean, they stacked up. It's so stacked up right now. My thing is signaling. It's signaling. We can only have 10 people in here at one time, so I can see where a bunch of people are trying to get in. So we got 10 in the queue right now, and then we're gonna go through them. Hey, listen, everybody that come on, this is what we're gonna ask. We're gonna ask everybody if they could turn their camera off
Yep.
and just project out your voice. We're gonna ask that everybody does that, and we'll get to those questions in just a second. Um, the question I had was, how do you guys feel about this possibly being the last matchup for USC and Notre Dame? And here's the thing: a lot of people, I guess Notre Dame fans said that we're canceling out the game, but I think USC wants it in the beginning of the season, kind of like we play LSU, which I think we should, because if you look at the Big Ten schedule, Notre Dame doesn't have to deal with it the same way we got to deal with it. We're going through a
Nope.
gauntlet right now. When you talk about Michigan, Oregon, all of that, and so I'd rather play it at the beginning of the season. How you guys feeling about this possibly be the last time, and then how you feeling about at the beginning of the season with Notre Dame?
Yeah, I mean, I love this game. I love this matchup. And as a competitor, I wanted to definitely keep rolling. And I know it's just such tradition with USC and even their program. So it would be a shame if it didn't happen. But I do understand with the new kind of playoff format and outer conference stuff that it needs to happen on the right terms. So I agree. Season opener, Notre Dame USC, that would be pretty wild. Any way they can find a way to make this game continue to happen, I'm a fan of and for that.
Yeah, some people say, it's a top 5 rivalry. Some people say it's the second rivalry. Believe me, it is the greatest rivalry
No, it
in
is.
college football, period.
Absolutely.
There is not one other rivalry that goes cross country like this that has spanned for 100 years, right? So, absolutely, the tradition has to carry on. And also, with all the flexibility that is required to make college football work in this generation, Notre Dame needs to be able to be malleable and flexible as well. They always want priority pick in
Right.
everything,
They have an
but
independent schedule already. What?
it's
I mean, I don't
it's
get it.
it's really, they've had uh the benefit of preferential treatment for 30, 40 years that I can recall. It's okay to play this game earlier. It's okay. But they know that
They'll get knocked off like
they
Northern
get
Illinois knocked them off.
they get beat up too soon.
Absolutely.
They get beat up
Absolutely.
too soon.
That's a
Like
fact.
there is no logical reason why you wouldn't just want to play this. Play it as like the annual preseason kickoff
That'd be
and
dope.
make
Yeah.
that a tradition. Make that a
Yep.
tradition. And then you get into your schedule. You get into your workload. Have a fun game at the beginning and get into your workload, because it matters that we play these types of physical long distance games on both sides. By the way, they have to travel as well. They just have less of a travel load than we do. So us traveling as far in the end towards middle of the season, it's detrimental. We just
So,
lost 2
so
running
Jay Walk.
backs and a starting lineman
No, that's fact.
essentially.
That's fact.
And we got to play this heavy impact game in the heart of our season. Does not work. It does not work well statistically for a team that has to go through that.
So would you want that a neutral site or
Nah,
it'd take away the luster from the game of being at the
it will.
Coliseum and then being at
It
the?
will.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Let's
I
just keep
agree.
let's just keep going back and forth, but let's play the game in the first 2 games of the season and keep it G. Like
Yeah,
what logically, why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you want to do that logically? We're
because
saying
they
let's do
know.
it.
Yeah,
They're saying, nah, we want to get you guys after you've been beat up at the end of the year or middle of the year. That's what they want, because
Mhm.
they know that we play a tougher schedule every season.
Oh yeah.
and not only that, we won't this weather that we getting ready to see this weekend. We'll eliminate a lot of that too. They know we be in a blizzard this week. Well, whatever it is, I don't know. But be
It's
sure
all good.
anything,
It's
anything
all
you want to say
good.
on that?
No, I think Jay Walk hit the nail on the head there. So I feel the same way he does with all that.
All right. Well, we're gonna take some of these calls, man. They stack all the way up. Um, any score predictions, man, from you guys before we get in
Mm.
these calls?
Man, this is a tough one. I think we're going to score some points. I think it's going to be similar to Texas A&M, Notre Dame, but not that much of it, like that high of a shootout. So I'm going to go. I'm going to go in a close one, 34-31. I'm going to
That's
take the
kind of what.
Hey,
Trojans.
B.
that's
Shaw,
crazy.
real quick, you were in that game with Caleb. Was there? You guys went down there and lost that one, right?
Yeah, that's the one
Yeah.
I was referring to, the turnovers,
Right.
man. Because we actually
Yeah.
played pretty well in defense that game, but we
Yeah.
were playing
Yeah.
so many tough spots.
Yeah. No, I remember. It was kind of cold that night.
Yeah, it was pretty cold. It was
Yeah.
about 40. It was like 40, 42.
Yeah. Yeah. Jay Walk, what's your score? What's your score prediction?
Yeah, I'm seeing 30, I'm seeing 34-28, but really close into the very end. And then I'm seeing us make a play at the end of the game that really deflates the stadium. It's either that or we run away with it after the third quarter.
Yeah, that big play is probably going to be a Fitzgerald interception with the way he's been making them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do think we could score on them, and I do believe that, you know, officiating aside, unless the officials want to be a part of this game, I mean, and I'm not saying that like smugly. I'm saying it just historically. Look at how often the officials impact where the ball goes in favor of the other squad.
And with Notre Dame having those 2 losses, they're going to do everything they can to make sure they don't get that third one. Those officials, that's for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And that's man. I hate to even talk, but yeah, that's a great point, man. Because they need this game more than anything. USC can afford, and that's another point. USC can actually afford to take a loss. Number one, this is not a Big Ten. This is not a conference game, so we could still go to the playoffs and still go 10-2 with this game. So yeah, but we'll see what happens, man. So let's get into these first call. Marcos, you the first one up. Marcos, what's the word?
What's up, my brothers? How you guys doing?
All right,
What's
man.
up,
How you
Marcos?
doing?
What's up, brother? Fight on.
Fight on, sir. Fight on. Excited, man. I think this is the game I had circled on my calendar all year. I think Michigan was great. I think Notre Dame is going to tell us who we are, though. I said it in the comments. I think they're pretty similar in terms of like their size, physicality, talent. Notre Dame just has a quarterback that can throw the ball. So we're going to learn a lot about who this team really is this weekend. A lot. And I think it's our season too, man. Truly, I know for Notre Dame they can't afford another loss, but I think the same applies to us in terms of just our confidence in the team's confidence in themselves, the way the rest of the Big Ten looks at us. I know Oregon's going to be another tough game. I don't think we can take a loss here either, man. It should be both of our championship games, to be honest.
No, it's big time. Only reason I say we could take a loss is because this is not a conference game. Notre Dame, they already have 2 losses right now. 3 losses, they're out. It's over. It's over for them. They're playoff hopes. So USC still can afford to. Not that we want to, but I'm just saying they can afford to. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I got a question for you guys. As far as just passing games and throwing games, because that's what I'm and running games. I'm sorry. That's kind of where I'm looking here. Who's going to have the better offensive attack? I think it comes down to that is who's going to win the game. I mean, is Carr better than Miami? Probably not. Is their running game better than our running game? I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Love. I mean, they got 2 running backs. I'll let B-Shaw. B-Shaw played against them last year. B-Shaw, what you think?
Yeah, well, first off, just watching the film on Jeremiah Love, he's definitely one of the better players that I've ever played against and watched on film when I was playing. He's a real deal back. But I think King Miller is definitely showing that he can handle the workload, and he's a real deal back himself. Played against him every day on scout team. J-Walk, you know how this scout team period's get. He was running the ball very physical last year, so it's going to be tough. They have a good running attack, but I think King Miller and maybe some of those freshmen can step up for us as well, and we're going to be just fine.
I think B-Jack will be back too. So
B-Jack, yep, B-Jack,
yeah, he'll be back. So I think we. How do you guys compare this running attack to Michigan running attack? I mean, those are 2 incredible running backs for Michigan too. They had 2 of them.
Yeah, I think Michigan's offensive line just are a little nastier from watching film. I saw when I was breaking them down. Michigan's O-line just looked to me to have a little more temperament to them. I think Notre Dame's offensive line is just more tricky. And Michigan just wanted to play physical. But I think Notre Dame will play strategic. And that's where I'm a little hesitant to be like, yeah, we're about to kill them. Because I know that our aggressiveness in our pass rush and our rushing defense can be exploited, and exposed. I was trying to merge 2 words, exposed. Trying to merge those words.
All around, I think Notre Dame is going to be a better coach team than Michigan. In my opinion.
No, that's fact.
Those
I agree.
are the real deal.
And they're at home. Guys, I'm literally watching film on Notre Dame against Arkansas, against NC State, against Boise State, and Notre Dame's O linemen are like clotheslining people. They putting them in full rear naked chokes, taking them to the ground for leg locks. Refs like, good block, boy.
Would love to see Riley definitely kind of put them on notice before the game publicly. Whatever he has to do to put some type of eyeballs on that would definitely be great. One more thing, and then I'll let you legends go. I on behalf of all of the community that's been skeptical of Riley, I think this game is gonna again tell us a lot. It's not even about the wins or the losses. I think it's just about how we look out there. I mean, if we lose a close one, but we play just good, sound football, and you can tell that we're coached. We're not making stupid bonehead penalties, and we just play with our just real physical intensity out there. I think we can all stomach a loss. It's about how we look out there. Now, if we go out there and we just lay an egg like we did against Illinois, I think that's where it's kind of like it gets. We wonder why is that happening. But if we come out there with a win, hey, look, Jay, I'm going to ask, man, can I get a ticket on that train, please? And I'll definitely be back on here to request that ticket, man. So fight on. You guys are legends.
All right, Marco.
Let's get it. All right,
hey,
brothers.
Appreciate you, fam. All right, let's get this other one real quick. Stefan, how you doing?
What's the deal, fellas? What's going on with y'all, man?
All right, man.
What
you got for us?
What's the deal? Nah, I think we're gonna be all right this week, man. I really do. I just I'm kind of like, I look at it like we beat them that year. We went 11-1. Well, yeah, it was at the house. I'm kind of tired of people saying that we can't win on the road, man, because I mean, yeah, we lost to Illinois, but we all know the reasons behind it. You know what I mean? We didn't come out with our A game, but you see when we had our 2 weeks off in our bye, we came out and we looked like the team that we was, when we was beating up on everybody. And I agree with you, Jay Walk. These referees got to call a good game, man. Because let's just be honest. What would we call that if you're not calling the game balanced? You're basically that's cheating in so many words. You know what I mean? And we don't have no room in this game for that. You know what I'm saying? It's unacceptable. You can't call a game how you want it with your heart, because whatever the case may be. But let's just be honest. Money talks, and the rest. But anyway, I feel like we're gonna be all right. I just feel like we just come out and play our game, and we come out like how we did against Michigan, and our D line throw that timing off for the quarterback, and I feel like that's the key. That's gonna be the key to help our DBs out if we throw the timing off with the quarterback and putting pressure on him and not letting him be relaxed back there and taking his time and picking apart, our defense or whatever. If we could do that and get after the quarterback, we're gonna be all right. And it's funny how isn't it the anniversary of the Bush? Isn't this? Yeah. So yeah, you know what I'm saying, and I feel like this is our time, man. We lost that one game, and like we was talking about it, Jay, a couple maybe like last week or whatever. I was just like, how we was telling people, calm down. It's one game. You know what I mean? But personally, I don't know what, as far as what Marcos was saying about, I'm not for moral victories and all that, like keeping a close game, playing up tough. No, we supposed to go in there and go handle our business and go win. It's a tough environment. I understand that or whatever, and I know I think they said this week at practice on Tuesday it was a rainy day, so they took advantage of that. So, hopefully that'll help us out with the ball, ball control and holding on to that ball. And we come out and just play our game, we're going to be all right. I feel like, yeah, we're going to take care of business. And I feel like I think my score prediction, I'll say 35-13. I think our D that good. I think our defense is getting to the point where we building up, where we starting to, understand what we need to do and learning their assignments and what they, you know what I'm saying? We didn't look that bad against Michigan, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what y'all think.
I think they're going to try to come for our throats, as far as the run attack is concerned. I think this is a better quarterback.
You think he better than Michigan running back? You think? I mean, the one that went out. I think they're about even. If Love is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think that unit is kind of pretty much the same as Notre Dame unit. But I think to me, what makes the difference is the quarterback. The quarterback, from a passing standpoint, he can throw that ball, man. We
Is he
saw
a
a
true
couple.
freshman?
No, he's a redshirt freshman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you.
B. Shaw, J. Walk, you guys want to answer that?
Yeah, I think like you said, I think Notre Dame, when you look at them in Michigan, their passing game is definitely more evolved than Michigan's. But I can see this game going exactly how you say it, 35-13. I wouldn't be surprised at all if that defense is really clicking. Coach Lynn's dialing some stuff up, and I think our offense, I've been saying it, they're going to score points on anybody. So I can see that score prediction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like the score that I have in my head is like around the 34 to 24. It's hard for me to see us holding them under 21 points at home. If we were at home, then I could see it. But it's
Okay.
hard for me to see us holding them under 24. Yeah, under 21 points for sure, but under 24 points with all the variables. I know they want to control the time of possession, and I know they have historically been able to at home. Also, I think the thing that I'm really, really aware of is I believe Vegas has them as a 9-point favorite.
Crap, man, that's so crazy.
But
Right.
Yeah.
but odds makers, these are a bunch of brilliant statisticians and numbers people. I don't know the last time I can't remember the last time SC was an underdog on the odds like that and actually won an away game.
Man, here's the thing. Michigan was number 6 in the country in the run defense. Does Notre Dame have a better run defense than Michigan?
I don't think so.
I don't believe so.
No.
I think we can oppose our will, and surprisingly, I think our offensive line has been playing up to par. You know, when you look at what we've been able to do. King Miller, 118 for 158. You know, I mean, he's been absolutely balling. And then you see some of the other guys that came in there. So I think the formula, of course, is get the run game going. But I think Lincoln Riley, we haven't scored less than 30 points, 32 points, because it was 32-34 on the road against Illinois. So I kind of feel like the minimum, at minimum, is going to be 30, 35 points maybe. I just think Lincoln Riley, his play calling right now has been on another level. Somebody says my mic is low. Does it sound like my mic is low?
No, you sound good over here.
You sound solid to me.
Okay. So like, what are you guys' thoughts on that? And then Stefan, we got to take another call.
Oh yeah, I just want to say one more thing though. With the Texas A&M thing, like, yeah, they got a different team than that they had last year when we played them in the bowl game. But I mean, we beat Texas A&M, and you know, we had to come back and win the game. But yeah, I feel like, you know, they lost to Texas A&M. We beat at Texas A&M. I feel like we're a better team than them. I mean, they balling right now, you know what I'm saying? And but I feel like we can handle them. I mean, they did it at their house, so why we can't do it? And then also I want to say too, it's funny how they got the Heisman. They kind of like put up on ESPN today. They had Carson Beck. They had Jeremiah Smith, I think. But I ain't see no Lemon. I ain't see no Jada Maeva. Like, what? Like, really? Like, how are these dudes not up there? Like, is this a joke or what?
I dealt with that early this morning. Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane.
But you know, it's all good though. But I'm gonna let y'all go, and I'm gonna stay tapped in, Jake. So fight on, fellas. Fight on.
I appreciate you, family. Hey, thank you everybody for waiting, man. We're just gonna try to get some of these calls real quick. USCGTWW, how you doing?
Hold on. Yo.
Big dog, you gotta
be ready to
rock
and
roll, man.
Yeah.
My bad. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad. You said G. It's not.
Yeah. USC TWW.
I can't even see that.
Oh, okay. I thought you said G.
No. You good?
Oh, okay. What's going on, man? My name Walt, man. That stands for USC Talk with Walt, man. My name Walt. Awesome. I'm a big time fan of all y'all. Truthfully, man, big time fan.
Hey,
so
Walt, man,
it's my pleasure. Oh, no doubt. So it's a pleasure of me coming on here and talking to y'all. especially you, Jay. I just want to say to you, Jay, first and foremost, I want to thank you for everything you be doing, man. You got family shouting you out. You got the players shouting you out. You believing in the kids. You believing in the players. You actually changed my way of thinking of the team because I was the one, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang, kind of hard on the players and the coaches. And, after listening to a couple videos of you and Jaywalk talk, you know, we got to have faith in our team. We got to have
Absolutely.
faith in our coaches. You know why? Because the Big Ten, even if one of their teams go, oh, they win one game, zero games, they fans still showing up and supporting.
That's
They
facts.
selling out the stadiums, they supporting them. And most of these teams is basketball teams, respectfully. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So
that's
we
facts.
got to show up. We got to show out. All
That's
that
facts.
slandering the kids, slandering the players. Hey. Was this Michigan game enough? Will Notre Dame game be
Yeah.
enough?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I hate to be off track off Notre Dame, but we got two big road games coming up, man. Two of them.
Major.
These ain't just regular
Major.
games. These are statement games. These is
Preach.
if we get these two games on the road, we should be in the top 10. I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear what the AP poll or the well, you guys lost to Illinois. Nah, we went on the road and we handled business back to back weeks. Who gonna do that? Look at the teams who we playing too. They rank. No
That's facts.
excuses. We
Yeah.
should be in
Oh
the
yeah.
top 10, man. But I don't want to take you up too long. I wish I would have got on earlier. I got to go to work. But I'll catch up with you, Jay, man.
Hey, well,
This
Walt.
Right
USC
on.
talk with Walt, man.
Hey, Walt. This your
Hey,
first
I
time
like
seeing
it,
you
Walt.
on, man. Don't make this your last.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, no,
yeah.
no, no. It won't be. It won't be, man. It won't
All
be,
right.
man.
All
All
right,
right.
Walt.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, stay blessed.
Right on, Walt.
Uncle Boom. Hey, man, we got a bunch of calls in here. Uncle Boom,
Hey, what's poppin', fellas?
how you doing?
Boom, boom,
What's going on?
boom.
I'm over
What up?
here working. I'm over here working, listening to y'all. So y'all got my attention.
Appreciate that.
There you go.
Hey, man, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good, bro. Just working, listening to you guys, brighten up
How,
my
Yeah.
day.
how you feeling
Oh,
about the
yeah.
game?
We love that.
I feel good. I feel good at the end of the day because last week, showed that the team knows how to grind out a win, and we know how to put somebody away. So that Notre Dame environment. I mean, obviously, as Bishaw and Jaywalk know that sucker's crazy, especially when you're in person. So, as Jaywalk alluded to earlier, if they can handle the environment, if they can quiet that environment down, they're going to be in good shape. So, I think it's going to be a close game. I hope it's not a close game, but I think it's going to be a close game. I think USC pulls it out 38-35.
38-35. Okay, I like that. I like
38-35.
that. I like that. I like that. I
Hmm.
pray that's a score.
It's a lot of it weighs on Jean-Ray Reed, man. General Reed has to be locked in. He can't false start. He can't have errant snaps. He has to not allow the crowd noise to affect him. And believe me, bro, it booms in that auditorium, in that stadium. Forgive me. It sounds like an auditorium. That it sounds like a lot of echoes in there because of
Yeah.
how fanatic their fans are. So
I
we just gotta get it going, man. Get it going
I think
early.
he'd be able to handle it. I mean, he played at Syracuse, right? And I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
he went to Clemson at least once. So I'm pretty sure he knows what it's like playing in the crowd like that. And I mean, I think he'll be fine. I was happy with how he played this Saturday because he played phenomenal on Saturday. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It didn't
yeah,
even
No,
yeah.
no
seem like
doubt.
we were missing Killian O'Connor.
And yeah, I thought he did too. The week prior, I guess, I just kind of wonder if that was a communication issue, as far as him going down the field, and that was a trick play too. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and all these guys, Roy Benuelas, hey, and salute to you, Michael
What up, Big
Benuelas,
Roy?
Michael Benuelas, all those guys, and ironically, Elijah Page wasn't in there, Keelan O'Connor wasn't in there. So it's like, man, we didn't miss a beat, and so look, salute to Henson, man. He looked like he's just really coaching these guys up right now.
Yeah, and this Notre Dame team ain't the Notre Dame team from last year. So, they're a completely different team at the moment. I
Yeah,
know they're 4-2, but they're not the same team from last year.
I think the only difference is going to be the like these guys are alluded to is being at home. That's going to be a major a major difference maker. And we just got to be locked in and really focused.
It's going to be a good game, though, fellas, on Saturday. Fight on, fellas.
Absolutely.
Fight on.
Appreciate the call.
Hey, appreciate you, man. Fight on. All right, I'm going to take a few more, man, and then you guys. Dan.
Jay, what's good? What's good?
How you doing?
Man, I'm good. How y'all doing?
Doing
all
great.
right. What up, Dan?
I just had a quick question, a couple quick questions for y'all. One statement to kind of make. I was recruited when SC had lost, I think it was why can't I think of his name? Ole Miss head coach.
Oh, Lane Kiffin.
Coach Orgeron.
Yeah, Lane Kiffin era. And SC had just lost to Washington State, I believe, and that was like 2010 or something like that. And I had a fan, no BS, yell at me like, "Don't come here, yada yada," like at us and all the recruits and stuff like that. So the fair weather fans is always gonna be there no matter what we do. I guess something we can't control, whatever. So USC Nation, there's no point in even trying to convince people it is what it is. But B Shaw, one question I have for you, because I know you freshly leaving the team, just from the secondary wise, is that like I play receiver, and one of the easiest things for me personally was when corners will play press and do like a feather technique, and I see a lot of our dudes do that. They might call it something different. So is that something that they're teaching, or dudes are just doing, or like what is that? Because I just noticed like we don't get hands on when we play press man coverage.
Yeah, I mean, I know last year, I agree with you. I know when I was there last year, Coach Belk was responsible. Him and Taylor Mays, who's up at with Washington now, was responsible for the whole secondary. So we met as corner safeties together, and he was about getting hands on, getting physical, and but then they brought in a new secondary coach, Coach Reed, right? Jay.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Trayvon Reed.
So I know he's responsible for the corners now. So I'm not too sure what he's got going on, but I did notice there's a little bit of a difference in technique from last year to this year.
Oh, okay. All right, for sure. Just wanted to.
J-Walk, I think you wanted to say something on that?
Yeah, I think that it's completely counterproductive to be impressed and backpedal like you're playing off.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. I just don't. It puts a DB in no man's land. It doesn't truly diminish the effectiveness of that receiver's release. It doesn't disrupt the timing. Matter of fact, I think it creates layers in the defense that can create explosive plays. Because I would not want to have to break out of a back pedal that close to a receiver already being in my cushion.
Yeah, tough.
I know. No. I need it. Give me 1.5 yards, 2 yards to drive step so that I can run through the pocket, use my steel rod, disrupt his hands, or at least generate enough momentum to be violent on contact to jar the ball out if it's a clean pass. But the way we play this technique where we're pressed and then we kind of like Dan said, we like feather back, and it's weird. It's a weird time. It looks like 7-on-7 coverage.
And what I don't get with it, it's not like we have short dudes whose change of direction is super elite, whatever. Like most of our corners are big.
That's what I was just going to say, especially with like guy like D Nick. I mean, long arms. We should be getting hands on right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
So when that quarterback takes a look at his first read, he sees his receiver like slammed up, so he can get to a second progression. Third, that's giving our D line and our backers time to hunt on their stunts. So I don't know, man. Coach Carroll was a true press. Kill him at the line of scrimmage. And if we weren't pressing, we were bailing. And that was all strategic. It was all strategic, but it just seems like we're kind of in limbo, like in between. I hope that we throw a change up today. It's not like our guys can cover. It's just the technique is a little bit. It's different. It's a different technique. I don't want to question the coaches on it too much because I'm not in that locker room or in those meeting rooms. It's just, to me, if I'm an old coordinator, like I'm beating that coverage with 30 different variations of reps and route running all game long.
Yep, 15-man slant.
Yeah, that slant. That's why they get hit with that slant all game long.
Yeah, and it's not even a slant, guys. They're not even running a slant. It's like a glance. They're not. It's not an up and in. No, they're just running at an angle to the soft spot of the zone of the defense. And because you're not pressing or taking inside shade, you're not steel rodding, like attacking the inside shoulder pad of the receiver, forcing them outside. it's free real estate. I play receiver as well. I went two ways. Receiver, DB. I knew if a DB would be able to cover me pretty good based on his leverage, and I knew as a receiver how to destroy a DB based on my, experience playing the other side. We will always give up a glance route or a quick, what people call slant, if we don't modify this press technique.
Yeah.
No, that's fast.
Yep.
Well, Don, I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna take a couple of more of these, and then
Yeah,
before we
appreciate
wrap it up.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, fam. Let's see here. Leon,
Fellas, what's going on?
man, what's the word?
What's going on?
Oh man, I'm a little pissed off, man. I had 2 tickets to the Notre Dame game. I ain't gonna be able to make it this weekend, but definitely gonna be here watching the game.
What you doing
All
with it,
right.
man? Are you selling them? I mean, what you doing?
Well, nah, my next door neighbor, his son plays for Notre Dame, so he was
Okay.
his season tickets. 'Cause in his words, come watch USC get beat, and I've been, me talking cash money, so you know me.
No
Go.
doubt.
Hey,
Well,
listen, real quick, man. I was at that Miami game watching this thing live, and I saw that D line just destroy Notre Dame. They couldn't run the ball, they couldn't protect CJ. And I think if the USC defensive line did what they did against Michigan, we're gonna have similar results. The other thing I saw at Miami game is they let a freshman slot receiver kill him. It didn't matter if it was the starting nickel. I can't remember the dude's name. I don't care if it was Carson Hobbs. They all were getting beat all game. And I keep hearing that Notre Dame's a different team and they look better. Yeah, they look better, but they haven't seen anything in regards to the USC offensive line, the USC receivers and tight ends.
I
Boise
agree.
State, Arkansas, North Carolina State, they're not even in the same universe
No, not at all.
offensively when it comes to USC. So, and then on top of that, everybody wants to poo-poo Michigan's defense, right? About what we did to them. Notre Dame ain't even ranked as high as Michigan in either running or passing.
Hey, real quick, Leon, did you know in total defense, USC's ranked, I want to say 65th, 66? Did you know that Notre Dame's total defense was ranked 65th?
Yes, I
Did
do.
you know that?
Yeah.
I looked that up this week and I was shocked when I saw that.
You saying both of our defenses are both tied for 65th?
Well, I'm just saying in total, it said total defense. I pulled it up. You guys pull it up real quick. I saw Notre Dame's defense ranked 65th and Notre Dame's defense ranked 65th. Ours ranked 66.
Oh, 66. I see.
66, yeah. I mean, like we were side by side on that. I was just like, wow. That was a surprise.
I think I was listening to something earlier. I think they were in the 50s. Their defense was in the 50s. Maybe 58 or 59, and ours was like in the mid 60s. Anyway,
just hold on. Go ahead. I'm gonna pull it up.
Yeah, I have to check those stats, but I know that their defense is gettable.
Right.
Their defense is gettable.
Right.
And
I think even the game last week against North Carolina State, they were struggling against North Carolina State. It was 10-7 at half.
Yeah.
And a lot of Notre Dame's get was missed tackles. It's not like they were just brute force running it down the field and doing what they wanted. It was this defensive back coming up to make a play and just missing the tackle. And I'm like, if we play our game, we should be really, really fine. So
I'm telling you right now, in South Bend, it's easy to not play your best game, guys.
Yeah.
I'm not skeptical. I believe that we're going to dog these dudes. But I'm just telling you, I've been in that environment. Someone asked me, I have had 3 people ask me over the last several days, hey, man, you going to the game? Man, you going to play? You gonna go see the boys play? I am never in my life going back to South Bend, Indiana. I'm never going back there.
Their fans are rough, man.
I'm never going back, bro. stand that place. I cannot stand that place. I'm from Chicago. That ain't too far from Indiana. I ain't never going back. Like, it's something about that place, man, that it makes my skin crawl, bro. I can't. Touchdown Jesus, that's crazy to me. That's so blasphemous to me. There's just a bunch about it that I just can't do.
I never even thought about that one. You bring up a good point. That is pretty
I can't do it, bro. The leprechaun, you're gonna have a touchdown Jesus and then celebrate leprechaun at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what? I remember they said like as if God don't go with any like no believers are with USC or on USC. Look, we got believers here. I praise God every day. I'm at church every day. As a matter of fact, I'm about to be late for Bible study in a minute, so I'm about to get out of here. I'm gonna take two. I gotta take two more.
Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and drop somebody else and get on, man. But y'all, I appreciate all three of y'all, man. Fight on.
Hey, fight on.
Right on.
I gotta take one more really. And I'm out because
my daughter's telling me pick me up.
And he's been waiting. Hey, John.
What's going on, guys? Can you guys hear me?
Josh.
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
What's up, Jay?
Man, just chilling, man. Hey, I've got a good feeling about Saturday, and I don't give a damn who Notre Dame has. They got to put up with us. We got Jordan Maava. We got Lemon. We got a fresh B-Jack coming in. We got a fresh King coming in. We got
this guy
we got Douglas coming in. Come on, man. There's no team on our running backs. These guys are in the room. And I'll tell you,
Heisman campaign.
Oh, my guys get to 14, baby. And I'll tell you this, as USC fans, hey, we can't stomach losses. So whoever said that earlier, if we lose, I'm tearing my theater room up. So we can't we don't stomach losses over here, okay?
Nah, man.
But I'll tell you this.
Yeah, we going for the W.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's crazy. I'll tell you this. The center being out for Notre Dame is big because he's the one calling the protections. So he's going to have to worry about our D-line going crazy on him.
Exactly.
And protections, man, I think we're about to dice these boys up. I think it's going to be 34-14, and they score late in the fourth.
No,
I hope so.
I like that.
And they score late in the fourth quarter. It's not real close. So I think I'll pick our D-line over CJ Carr, freshman quarterback, any day. And he is good, but he hasn't met us, our D-line. So I think we're going to slap these boys. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, man.
All right, man.
God bless.
Hey, appreciate you, Josh. Hey,
that was energy. I like that energy.
Yeah, no, I'm with it. Any last thing you guys want to say, man? I'm about to be lost in the lace.
Yeah, here's what I'm going to say.
Get out of here.
After this game, 14 for Heisman.
Yes.
The whole country's going to be talking about it.
Yeah. Yes. They try to put him in low, super low for Heisman. The Heisman now is just crazy, man.
And then after the bye week, 6 is going to be on that same Heisman campaign. We're going to have 14 and 6, both Heisman contenders in the next 2 weeks. I'm calling it right now. Speaking on.
No,
absolutely.
I gotta go get my doctor.
All right.
All right. Hey.
All right. Good.
B. Shaw, any last thing you want to say before we get out of here?
Oh, man, you already unplugging your headphones and everything.
No, it went out on me, man. I was glad I got you guys still connected. You know how this thing do. I got to get a better cord for this. But anyway, B. Shaw, Jaywalk, incredible insights. Both of you guys played at Notre Dame, man. And look, man, I think sky's the limit for this team, and I think we're going to continue to pick up on the momentum. I'm out of here. Look, we got almost 400 people in here. We appreciate everybody. I'm on my way. I'm about to go to church. It's time for me to roll. Hey, fight on, everybody, man. All right. Here I come.